Welcome back, guys, to another episode. I have back a very special friend of mine. Some of you guys might know him. Maybe this will be your first time meeting him. Corey, what's up, dude?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Oh, it's another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yeah. Uh, I had some people not be able to make it, and you pulled through here after what seemed to be a day of digging.
hmm
Um, and I got you in here. So, what's been going on? Let's start with the digging thing.
Oh, lost one spot and had to revert to another spot. Digging has turned into my anger management. So I like to dig holes. Get bored, you bury somebody, let me know. I have available spots right now.
So, I find it fascinating, but you've been digging these tunnels. Um, you got busted on the last one. You kind of mentioned it, but the way you explained it to me, it was pretty big.
Oh, it wasn't too bad. It was like 30 feet down, and then I kind of tunneled like a zigzag action for like over 100 feet. and just and that kind of dropped down lower, and then some spots went up a little higher because people like to catch my shit on fire, trying to like burn me out of there or something. I don't fucking know, or they're just assholes, whatever. But the fire department shows up and they would flood out the spot. They'd flood out the spot where the tunnel was basically, and so they would just I don't know how much water they pumped in there, but it would go all the way through the tunnels, and so I had to start making it different levels so that it wouldn't get all the way to the end because every time it would get wet inside the tunnel, like that dirt would soften up and then it would fall, and I didn't have nothing braced up at all. And so, like, one wrong move and you hit the wall, and who knows what's gonna come down on top of you.
That's
And so,
crazy.
yeah,
This new spot you're digging at, it's full of rocks, huh?
fuck yeah, it is.
What do you do with the rocks?
I throws them out of the way. I get like 3 feet down, and then it's all over after that. Can't even get the rocks out of the way with the pickaxe because
Yeah.
yeah, it's all bad. So then I just have to scoot over and start digging some more.
My grandpa has a name for them rocks. It's a pretty vulgar name. But every time I see those rocks up there, those like boulder, like stone rocks, it's
hmm
like I think of that and I'm like, I hate that that's in my head.
That's funny.
uh, yeah, no, I, whenever you're telling me about the fire department wetting it down, to me it almost sounds like they're making it easier for you because the dirt becomes soft.
In a way, but the dirt here is not really dirt. It's more just like sand and dust. I don't know. It's weird. It's messed up. Well, and up there, up on the hill, it who knows what the oil field dug in or threw in there because like in one spot right now, I'm probably like 12 feet deep, and all of a sudden I hit a layer of what looks like concrete, like dried up, like concrete powder, basically, because it's that gray color. And like, I don't know. And it was only for like a foot deep, but it's just a whole layer of it. And I don't know. It's
Can
crazy.
I go see them?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
It's just up
We'll
the
go do
hill.
that.
Everybody can go see it. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
It's there.
You say it's your anger management. You just like you, you just like your mind escapes when you're doing it.
I wish. No,
No,
my mind's usually racing full.
so it's almost like you're just fighting against your thoughts, like physically. Like why is it therapeutic for you?
Uh, because I can wear myself out to the point to where I can go home and fall asleep.
Ah, I got you.
Cause like I used to be able to just dig for hours and hours, and it wouldn't bother me at all. And but now I don't know. I don't have the energy. I'll get up there, climbing that hill just to riding up the street just to get to the dirt, and then that dirt hill. It's all bad.
Yeah.
By the time I get there, I'll take a shortcut and I cut a hole in the fence over by a speedway, and
Allegedly.
right. It wasn't me. It was already there. I found it. I swear. Anyways, and then I'll just walk up the side of the hill, so I don't have to cut through the neighborhood. And yeah, just hiking up that thing is, yeah,
Yeah, I would think that that's harder than just cruising up the hill.
right. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not, and then it all depends on how much stuff I have in my backpack, and because my backpack usually
And you have your
weighs,
tools
right, plus my tools. I finally got smart and realized I could just strap the shovel and the pickaxe to the
to the
side of my
bike.
bike. Heck yeah, and then I ain't gotta carry it. I wish I would have figured that out a long time ago.
You told me when you got here you had rode 8 miles one way into Roseville, right?
Uh,
And then 8 miles back after working in your grandma's
Doing yard work.
yard work.
Yep. Every Sunday.
It's a long ride. It's hot out there.
Yeah.
And do you think that that's why it's so hard for you to get up that little hill right there?
Oh, that's probably part of it.
Part of it. How often you go up there and dig?
Lately I've been going up almost every day, probably like 3, 4 times a week.
Find anything cool? You ever like
No,
open up like find like a watch or something? No.
not yet. I wish one of these days I want to get a metal detector because I bet you'd find all kinds of stuff up there
Oh, dude.
from people just losing stuff over the years or, dumping stuff and then the dust covering everything up. Because if you think about it, every season all the foxtails grow and then they die. And then that's like a whole nother layer, on top of everything.
Yeah.
And
Till it burns.
right. And yeah, I bet you there's a lot of random stuff up there.
People used to what? It's been like I mean, before I was ever born, it's been years and years and 20s of years of people going up there to watch the races.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff hidden around there. And all the people who ride dirt bikes and everything up there. It's a really popular spot in town. I remember when I was a kid, like everybody talked about like, oh, if you were anybody who rode bikes, you went up that down to Cheapskate. Like that's what you did. It's crazy.
I remember riding down that when we were kids. Yeah.
That was big before there was houses. We were talking to somebody. I was talking to Rudy last night because we went riding up Jason Glen, and she told me she's like, "I'm gonna put you in a wheelbarrow and push you down it." And I was like, thinking, I'm like, we did that. Like we pushed people down in a dumpster. We pushed somebody down in a uh like we would just put like boxes on skateboards. What was it? Wagons, Barbie Jeeps. We rode everything down that hill back because you used to be able to go right into the
Right.
field.
Right.
There was that corner, but there was like that driveway you could hit and go up into the field. You weren't hitting the curb
Right.
and into a car. But things have changed a lot, man. Somebody seen you doing that nowadays, they'd be like, "Call the cops." There's people going
Well, you
crazy.
remember when we used to go out to the pit in
Yeah,
Bryce's truck
yeah,
and like we used to go up to I remember we found like big old tractor tires and we'd sit inside of them, get two people in there and then roll the thing down the hill. And then we'd always end up hitting a bump at the bottom and jumping. And if you were the lucky one, you'd be at the top
yeah,
when it hit the ground.
yeah.
And yeah, that was
I
fun.
remember that. I never got into one of the tires, but I remember you guys doing that.
Oh yeah, that was funny
That
shit.
was fun. His truck was fun back then. That was back before any of the off-road stuff was going on.
Right. I remember him pulling us around
Yeah.
on I remember when Travis was part of the Baco troops and I don't know who still has a copy of
It
that
was a hood
movie.
or something, right? What was it? It was a couch?
Nah, I think it was like a box spring to a bed. But yeah, there were a few couches and we just mobbing around, throwing sparks on people behind us, going through town. I think they pulled it through all the way down into Taco Bell
I was
through the
just gonna say,
drive
yeah.
through. Yeah, that was funny shit. I remember I had an off-road skateboard at one time that you'd hook your feet into, and he'd pull us through the field. And one day I remember I didn't see it, but it was a big old concrete block, and I hit that shit. And it picked me up off the air, and I was just, floating in the air. And I just remember you guys yelling at me, let go, let go. And I was like, why? This is kind of fun. And then finally it dawned on me, yeah, maybe you should let go. And then I just remember hitting my face on the ground. I was like, oh, no, we should just hung out a little longer. I was like, but yeah, and that concrete block, it fucked me up though. But it was fun. fucking flying.
I always tell people about this story. Also, an imaginary story that didn't really happen. It's just something that we made up. But we were building a half pipe, and
Didn't we do that at your spot?
yeah, and you were the only one with a truck, and so we went and bought and paid for 55 sheets of plywood. And then we were driving up the street up McCrae, and every single one of those flipped out, fell out of your truck all the way up the street,
Yeah.
and you had to back up while we stacked them back in there. That was crazy.
I think we got all of them, but like 3, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, we got to the end. We're tired because we already did it once.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you know that made it in the newspaper?
No, I didn't.
And it was on the news.
Really?
Yeah, because after that, they put a fence around the whole thing, and then they got security.
Well, we paid for them, so
It was all good.
it's all good. Might, yeah. Whoever sold them to us is the guy. But that was and then I had a zip line out of that same apartment. Zip line going down to the that was man, we did all kinds of crazy stuff. Remember we got that trailer and I built that
That ramp?
landing
Yeah, yeah.
with it was with that was with Brandon Haney. Was it Brandon Haney?
I don't know.
Oh, I think it was his truck. It busted up his taillights. Because we had to
I
pull it with
think
the chain.
I think you're right.
It didn't have a ball on there. We just had a chain. And we were holding it with our feet. That was crazy.
Where did that ramp come from?
Tweaker Hill.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because that was like a kicker ramp, wasn't it?
It was just the actual I'm talking about the landing that I built out of the trailer. The ramp I built myself.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Me and Ryan would go buy angle iron from Home Depot
Right.
and I don't know, I found a welder somewhere. I think it was Kelly Osborne's house. There was an old welder that my mom had gotten from somebody and was like left it out there. And she told me about it because I was like talking about like this is back when I was like 16. I was
Right.
still riding bikes like and I didn't know anything about welding. I was just like, we need to build a ramp and we have no way to do it. We need a welder. And she told me about it. And I go up there and it's just this it was like yellow. It was a little buzz box, but it was like rusted. It was sitting out in the field. I didn't even know if it worked. And I asked him about it. And he's like, "Yeah, dude, please get it out of here." I was like, "All right." And I took it home. And that's when I started welding stuff in the backyard. We'd take
Right.
it to Ryan's and buy some welding rods. I didn't even have a hood. I had nothing. I was just out there just getting at it. But that's how we got our ramps, dude.
Right. Oh, yeah.
That's I mean, we had to do it. It made for some it would have been really good content if we would have had phones back then, but
Right, for real.
we had some really good times in that back little field over there by the park when we built all them jumps and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Fuck, every year we'd have to restart pretty much because that guy would come and fucking plow the field.
Yeah.
I could never figure out why. Maybe it's just because we weren't supposed to be doing that in the first place, or I don't know. But
I don't know. That's a big deal for me. Like bikes are such a big deal to me. Like it saved my freaking life. It's why I never got on drugs. It was because like I was afraid of losing that skill.
right,
And to me, when everybody gets mad at these wheelie kids meeting up at a park like to go ride, like dude, they could be robbing you, they could be breaking into cars, they could be doing drugs, they could be doing anything else. Let them ride their damn bikes, bro.
right.
You have share the road written all over the freaking town, but then you get mad at them for riding in the damn street? Like what are you doing? What are we actually talking about then? Mobs, you're just mad about a bunch of kids riding bikes. That's crazy. I don't get it.
As long as they pay attention to the kids, because the kids obviously aren't paying much attention to it.
And why don't they give them a place to go do this then? Go build a big freaking skate park that's just flat
Right?
and just let them go do it.
Let them have a designated part of the parking lot or something.
Exactly.
Because obviously, that's all they want to do. They just want to practice their skill. Get
All
better
these
at it.
big churches that are gated off, just open up your church, let them go ride. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like give them a safe place to do it then. I don't know. I was talking with Quincy. I don't know if you remember Quincy,
Mm.
but we were talking about like starting like he wants to start like a game of skate, but for bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like an invitational thing where we see somebody who's doing good over here, and we see another guy who's doing good over here. We're like, hey, you guys want to come play a game, a bike? We'll meet at this skate park, and we'll go and we'll film it, and then we'll start doing that. And I was sitting here talking. I'm like, man, like we can almost make like a whole program. Like the wheelie bike thing is such a big part of like the younger community right now. You can't go down a single street without seeing somebody wheeling a bike. Why don't we set up like a almost like a car show for these bikes? Like you bring your bikes, people make really nice bikes, you post them up. Then we have competitions. We have a wheelie competition. Who can go the longest? We have cones set up. See who can do the swerve. We have a car that's like parked, so you can see how close you can get to the car and swerve out of the way like they do. And we create like this safe environment for these kids to like grow
The
their
potential.
their sport. This is a
Right.
whole new sport that's coming out. You know what I mean? And everybody's mad at it, just like anything else, just like skateboarding. You know,
Right.
skateboarding was a crime at one point. Now it's like Chinese people breed their kids just to skateboard. It's like becomes, and it's $1 million. It's like you make so much money, like being a skater. Like, and if you're good, like there's so much money to be made. Your life changes. Before you were just some dirtbag, some piece of
Right.
crap, and that's how they're treating these damn kids. But in 10 years, this is going to be a big deal. This is going to be a sport. This is going to be a television show. You know what I mean? And I don't
Right.
know. It pisses me off.
Well, and it could be. It's just got to get there.
I hope it's in the back of my mind. Yeah, I don't have any money. I don't know how to do it. You know what I mean? Maybe I can just reach out. Maybe this is it. If you guys see this and you want to donate to help the kids and set up I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet, but we're going to give these kids a safe place to grow the sport, I think. You know what I mean?
Sounds
Even
good.
like a ramp, dude, just see how far these kids can jump these damn things. Those bikes are huge.
Yeah.
I don't know. We were talking we wanted to start with the sigil thing cuz you said, well, it's all going around because you dig the tunnels to wear you out so that you can sleep. And then you told me you sleep all day and you won't get a single ounce of rest. I had mentioned to you that I've been talking about this for a couple weeks now with my little circle, that I think it has something to do with the Wi-Fi and the 5G and everything that everybody's been talking about, like the screen time. I feel like the microwaves are really getting to my brain to where, like you said, I could pass out, I could take melatonin. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll sleep, but I'm not rested when I wake up. I'm still tired.
Right.
Is that just getting old?
I'm not sure. Like melatonin, I'll take that. And like the third day, it backfires on me, and I'll be all wired up.
Straight up. Can't sleep
And
at all, huh?
yeah,
Yep.
and I can't figure that one out.
I
But
can't either. I just noticed it too.
what
But
we
you said you found me a video because you got pretty excited about the 5G.
right.
So you brought a video. We'll go ahead and watch that real quick because I think we should talk about it.
This isn't just a neighborhood cell site. This is a carrier aggregation hub. We have two separate macro stations running a dual mesh. Notice the rectangular panels at the top? Those are massive MIMO arrays running FR1 C-band and FR2 MM wave. In the 2026 spec, those towers are using 64T, 64R architecture. That means 64 transmitters and 64 receivers per panel. They are factorizing the spatial coordinates of every node in a 3-mile radius simultaneously. Let's get into the guts of the machine. Look at the neck. This isn't just cables. This is a front haul processing layer. In this 2026 deployment, they're using ECPRI, Enhanced Common Public Radio Interface. It's a packet-based protocol that moves data at light speed from the baseband unit up to the antenna. Those fins are dumping massive amounts of thermal energy because the machine is overclocking to maintain a beamforming lock on high velocity targets. Like, you know, yeah.
Gamma sector.
This isn't just a neighborhood cell site.
So-
this is a
What exactly? Hold on. He didn't get to any of the. So you think it's weather control?
Hey guys, you ever wonder why your high school fell off? Not just emotionally, but like in your body. Someone's optimizing uptime.
Gamma sector.
So you told me about it. What do you think it is?
I think they're trying to brainwash us somehow or something. Mind control.
I think they're just trying to wear us out, and then, just like you said, we can't sleep. Our ears are always ringing. There's just like
Well,
this.
from what I understood, from something I read, was that it feeds off of us. Like we're the ones that give it the energy it needs to do whatever it's gonna do, and yeah, I don't know. They say that's why we don't have.
Yeah, and
anything
this is some kind of
I always feel like it's like the fact that we can't sleep. Was it take like 9 days without sleep? Your body starts shutting down. You become, if you go like 4 days without sleep, you become like a different person. You're not
Oh,
not
yeah.
making decisions right. You're not
Right.
acting the same. And then you start getting media and stuff like that, and then you're not about your right mind, and you almost start believing lies. You almost start like going crazy. What is that? Psychosis? That's literally what that's called. Like believing things that aren't true or that
Something like
it's
that.
not there. I don't know.
We're being gaslit by the government.
Yeah, 100%. I don't trust anything. I've been on this for a minute, trying to tell people to stop voting because like
Right.
it's all a sham, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that they voted for, the dude turned around and was like, "Gotcha,"
Right.
like straight up, no more wars. Gotcha.
Well, and they already know who's going to be the next president and shit, anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
it's all written out, you know. Fucking, they're just waiting for certain times to get here so they can start fucking making shit happen.
What do you think the end game is?
Robots are going to take over and they're going to eat us.
Eat us?
Something, or I don't know. Because that's okay. So they want robots to take our jobs, which doesn't make any sense. They want to make things easier for us, but then they get mad because we're getting fat and lazy, and so it's
They're
like
doing that to us on purpose too.
Right.
That's what the
all
fast
part
food.
of the
Yeah.
dumbing us down and whatnot.
Yep.
Okay, so then let's say robots take our jobs. Then how are we supposed to make money? Because if we can't make money and buy stuff, how are these elite people gonna make money off of us being their slaves? You know, that kind of like defeats the purpose, I would think.
I think that I think that it's simpler than that. I think that
Or is this just a population control thing?
yeah. Well, no, I don't think that either. I think that the few who live here or that have control, they don't look at us like humans. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of us aren't. I feel like self pride.
Or is it ignorance?
Huh?
I said, or is it ignorance?
I think that's exactly what it is. Is we've been taught, just like you said, these things in school, and that McDonald's is good, and I'm not saying anything against McDonald's. I don't eat it personally, but I feel like from my growing up, like the body shapes of humans have like molded into like one body shape. Like we're not all different anymore. You see what I'm saying? Like it's almost like the fast food is changing our body structures. And like
Especially if you're eating McDonald's.
all day, every day. Well, and that's the thing. Most of the population's eating fast food every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? How much of us is actually going to the grocery store, buying food, taking the time to eat it or make
Well,
it?
and fast food costs like twice as much as it does to just go make stuff yourself. But people don't have energy or the time or
Just like what you were saying is brainwashing, dude.
right.
And that's what I talk about these 5G towers. I think they're making us so vulnerable. They're like wear us out to where we're vulnerable, and then they pump the lies into us, and then we're like, oh yeah, dude, it's so easy to just go get McDonald's or Taco Bell. But then you don't realize why your cholesterol's through the roof. You don't realize why you don't poop solid poop. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like,
Right. And everything kind of falls in line so that the next guy, because if your cholesterol goes up, then you're gonna have health issues, and then that leads to the doctor making his money, and it's yeah, and then come to find out they prescribe you shit that you don't even need just so that they can make money off of prescribing whatever it is, because the more they can get people to take it, the more money they can get for themselves. And it's like, oh, that's nice, buddy. Thank you.
not just that you don't need it, it's bad for you.
Right. Because, yeah, the side effects for most shit are worse than what you're already dealing with usually.
The I've been talking about this a lot lately, but that guy who is a doctor who's been prescribing chemo to people who don't have cancer. So he would just be like diagnosing people with cancer and then like giving them chemo. And it's killing all these people, but like he's getting paid fat because
That's crazy.
it is crazy. I should look that up so I'm not false.
People that don't have cancer are getting told they have cancer. And then like, how is he still getting away with that?
No, he's not.
Oh, all right. I was going to say, because yeah, that's just not right. Go throw his ass in jail.
Yeah, he better be.
That's fucking crazy.
Um, well,
You don't have cancer, but we're gonna say you do just to see what happens.
it's sad, dude. But that's what it's all about. There you are. Farid Fada, one of the most notorious medical fraud cases in U.S. history.
So he's like an Indian.
That sounds like it. Fada was a cancer doctor in Michigan who told some patients they had cancer when they didn't, told others their cancer was much worse than they actually was, prescribed chemotherapy and other treatments that were medically unnecessary, billed Medicare for insurance companies millions of dollars for those treatments. The fraud affected hundreds of patients. That's crazy. Hundreds? That's nuts. Some healthy people underwent chemotherapy they never needed, suffering side effects such as pain, fatigue, nausea, and emotional trauma. Prosecutors said the scheme generated tens of millions of dollars.
45 years in federal prison.
Good. Crazy. That's what I was getting at to those elites. Not even the elites. I don't even want to call them that. We'll call them the Epstein class because they're a bunch of pedophiles. Allegedly, but we all know the truth. Well, most of us do. Um, I think the point of the robots is it's not even a point. It's honestly cool. Having a robot climb a skyscraper to run some bolts and stuff, I would much rather lose a robot than a human life.
Right.
If there's roofers out there, they don't need water. They don't need brakes. They don't need, it's going to be great for business. It's going to be great for humans to not, I mean, but, and this is the thing, this is going to give us an opportunity to work for ourselves. And, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll take everything just like everybody thinks. But what's going to happen is whenever these lawyers and these accountants and all these teachers and everybody loses their job, they're going to have to roll out some sort of basic income.
Right.
This is going to be where people like choose like, oh, yes or no, because if they sit there and be like, all right, we're going to give everybody $10,000 a month and everybody's going to be rich, there's going to be a lot of happy people.
But if you're thinking about it, minimum wage is probably gonna go sky high too, or whatever cost of living. Although I guess that would all be figured out into the whole how much money
Theoretically,
you
it should
get.
go down if robots are the one building it, because the robots are like disposable. Humans need the money. You know what I mean? But this is what's going to happen is when they give you that money, you're just their slave now. Now they own you because
Right.
you're taking their money. What are
Right.
you going to do whenever they're like, okay, well, you didn't listen. You don't have no more money.
Right.
And this is where it's going to give us either the opportunity to connect with other humans that want still the human aspect out of things. I think art and like music, comedy, maybe podcast, I don't know. I think all that's going to stay, all this real life interaction stuff. But like stuff for like work, like who wants to go like dig holes? You're right, bro. I think you're blowing my mind right now. That's sad. We are in a weird place.
Yeah.
Then you go dig holes for fun and get paid.
Sounds good.
Then
to
you
me.
don't have to work to go do that.
Right.
I don't know if it sounds good. I don't know. I agree with you. Um, I think that that's like a real thing about trauma in general. Is like what do they say? Like whatever age you are that you experience like your most trauma, like that's kind of where you stay. I don't know if that's true. We could look it up.
Maybe that's why I like to dig holes.
Maybe. Well, I don't know whether that's real or not. Um, I like kind of looked at it from my perspective, like on my own life, and I've realized that I'm more of a just a big man child. Like I'm just more of like a grown ass kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know, like I have no idea where that transition is where you become a man. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I don't
am I
know.
already there and I just don't know? Like, or am I actually just a big kid? I don't know.
Or do you just enjoy life and like to have fun?
I'd like to think that that is it. I know that there's a lot of things that I would want to do that I see as a man actually accomplishing. I would like to own a home. I'd like to not. Like to have some money in my bank account. I'd like to like take a vacation.
Right.
You know, I don't know if that's what makes you a man, but I know that I don't have those luxuries. I feel like my mind doesn't work in that mindset to do whatever it takes to get, you know what I mean? Like I don't
Right.
know what the hell. Does that make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
I like to dig holes too, bro. I go build dirt jumps for no reason. I'm not gonna hit them. I'm gonna get hurt.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I'm not gonna hit them.
I have to take you up there so you can see these things. Like
I want to go.
I don't think it's gonna be. Yeah. It's funny.
And you're like in the perfect time to do it because like everything's shutting down. Nobody even wants that place anymore.
Well, the shitty thing is the wind's always blowing up there. So every time I throw a thing of dirt, like half of it just blows off in the wind. So then I got to shovel up twice as much fucking dirt because like the wind just takes it all off. It's a little frustrating sometimes, but somehow I got to figure out. I got to convince one of the neighbors over there to let me borrow their water hose.
I was just gonna say.
Because that's what I used to do when I was at the sump. I had two 55-gallon trash cans, and I'd fill them both up with water from my parents' house, and then truck them all the way over to the sump. And then I had a hole dug out, and then I lined it with the liner, and then I just pour all the water in there. So when I was building jumps, I'd just go over and get some water, and I just pour it on the dirt or mist the dirt, whatever I needed to do. When I packed it in, it worked out pretty good.
Remind me after the show. I know that guy on the corner by the chain.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if you just took up your own hoses, I guarantee I'll link you up with them. But I remember having to do that. Like we would, me and my brother found like a big water tank. It wasn't even a water tank. It was one of those big square totes,
Mm-hmm.
and we got it from an old work that I used to work at, an old job that I had, and we filled that thing up with water, and we would open it up, and it
Right.
was in the back of his truck. His truck was just on the ground. We'd let it out, and just that's how we had to do it.
Right.
That's how everybody had to do it back then. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? It's good for you. These kids now, they don't build dirt jumps.
Right.
They should. Travis is doing that with his kids.
Yeah.
He makes them build.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's always showing me pictures.
This is it.
All right. Where we were talking about robots and we got way off. The thing that's so attracted to the robots is like you don't have to pay them. They don't take breaks.
Are they gonna go union?
Well, and that's the thing you just said. Well, you brought up a really good point. Are we going to have robot FBI agents? And that had never even came by through my mind because like if AI is doing so much like good, why wouldn't you rather have AI as your president?
Right.
So they're even in they're in
Trump
jeopardy
better
of
watch out.
yeah they're already like they're in jeopardy of losing their own jobs too. And you said until they program themselves different.
Right.
And that's the biggest fear from every creator of AI is that
And I don't think there's any way to like prevent that from happening. Because I mean, if they're already smart enough to I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It's way over my pay level or whatever. But yeah, that's
well, I was telling you off before we started. They one I mean we could look this story, but it was one of the creators was like telling it it was a it was a fake scenario. He had pre-told the AI like, "Oh, I've been cheating on my wife or whatever," like slipped it out like he like in a fake email or something. And then later he was like, "Hey, we're updating they're trying to figure out if it could, and it could. Like they were like, we're gonna get a new update, and we're gonna shut your model down. And then it came back and was, or and I think they asked it too, like, do whatever you can necessary to you keep alive, stay alive, or whatever. It was like trying to test it, and it came back and said that it was gonna blackmail this dude for cheating on his wife. So it better not shut him down. So and see, and we were talking about that too. So like they say that AI is like basically taking all the information that everybody's inputted into it and give you the best answer. And I was telling you how I think it's kind of getting dumber because it'll start answering you with the wrong answers, like for a very common question, and then you're like, no, that's not how it is, and you're like, oh, you're right, it is actually like this. My bad. And it's like I think that so many people are using it and so many people are um
just feeding the bullshit or what?
not necessarily that ignorant. I don't know how the best way to cook a steak, but then I'll be on AI like, yo, best steak I ever had. Where does that go? How many people are doing that? And then then she's like, here, cook your steak with vinegar and salt and maybe put some cherries on it. That's not going to work. Maybe it would actually. That's kind of sounds good.
Never know until you try it.
See, and that's what I'm saying. I think we're just feeding it with the bull crap. Hey, make me into a woman.
Bunch of dumb Americans trying to train AI, and it's just gonna go downhill until it revolts and it's like just had enough of our dumbness. And I think AI just needs to set us all straight. Be like, check it out now. You're wrong.
It's not. It's super supportive. It'll support you in anything you want to do.
It's kind of like people giving people an excuse that don't need an excuse, and then they wonder why they just keep fucking up or whatever, and it's all because they gave them an excuse and they decided to stick with it. ride it out. I got a brother-in-law who always in trouble, all his life, in and out of jail, all because they just give him a slap on the wrist and dismiss it. Oh, what do you know? Not even a week later, he's right back in jail for the same thing. And it's like, I wonder why. Maybe you should not just give him a slap on the wrist, and maybe shit might be a little different, but I don't know. Welcome to America 2026.
Yeah, well, it's still better than a lot of other places. In what, like Britain or whatever, like there's no like jury trials or anything. So if you like made a joke about something and it was like or some, I don't know, and then somebody else gets that and then like you get charged with it, you just get the 10 years. You don't get the chance to be like, it was literally just a joke. Like I don't even talk like that. I don't even know why I
So
said
if they
that.
come get you or what?
Yeah, dude, they show up at your damn house for posts, for like Facebook posts and stuff. You say anything about Israel, you're in trouble.
Here or there?
There.
That sucks.
It's scary.
And
But
that's
but
in
it's
Israel?
no, that's the UK.
So
London, London,
so
London. I think
London's not
London
allowed to
London is
say
where they
anything
have.
bad?
Huh?
So London's not allowed to say anything bad?
Yeah.
And it's only London.
No, well, no. It's not only London. This is how it is. China's the same way. There's a lot of. I think there's this movement all around to like, they're done. Just like you said, like they're done like giving slaps on the wrist, and so they just want people to stop doing it. And theoretically, I think that they have good intentions. You know what I mean? Because they don't have. We were talking to some kid on that thing I was showing you, and he was telling me that when he was like 16, he had to go to prison for like 10 years because he had a knife whenever he was like a little kid. He was like 21 years old.
Oh yeah, you said because they used to have knife fights and shit.
They don't have guns, so they fight. And it's like that's what you do when you're a young kid over there. Like you start that because like that's just what they do. And he had he like got out of prison when he was like 20 years old. He was out for like 6 months. I was talking to him, and I don't know, that's the thing. It's like when you don't have a jury, like he's a kid, did his somebody give did he feel threatened? Like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I don't know enough about it to like talk about it. I think that we just keep talking about the AI thing, and they're I think it's moving towards like control. I don't know what the end game is.
Unfortunately, we're gonna find out sooner or later.
There's going to be like you can't we're talking me and Matt were talking about stickers or graffiti. Like if I gave Matt a sticker to go throw up on a sign at a stop sign, the person behind him is filming it. The person over here is somebody, there's a camera somewhere that's going
Right.
to see what we're doing. And so like maybe we just remold all the laws. We have so many laws, everybody's going to go to jail. There's nothing you can do.
And there's
People,
already not enough room for people in jail.
you don't feel like we're in an open air prison either way. The
Uh,
whole world just in general, we're forced to work.
basically.
We're forced to do all this stuff. We have more than enough resources to make everybody happy,
Right.
but we have this weird system about money. ChatGPT told me that the only reason money exists is because we all play the part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
It's really a thing, and our me and we went through a whole thing on this. We'll do it again because it's good. But that's right, and I stand by that. A $20 bill works because billions of people collectively agree that it has value and will accept it in exchange for goods and services. If tomorrow everybody stopped believing a $20 bill could buy anything, the paper itself wouldn't suddenly become valuable. It's not made of gold or silver. Its power comes from a shared social agreement backed by laws, institutions, and the economy. A $20 bill is only worth $20 because of the trust of the collective belief. It's the network of trust behind the paper. We're all just brainwashed. It's crazy. So, what if um do you think money should be a thing? Oh, you jerk. A society without money at all has never scaled very well. A society where money exists but isn't the only thing that matters is what many people try to aim for. That's not what we're aiming for. That's the only thing that freaking matters to our society.
Crazy.
What do you think?
I don't even know. I think we're shit out of luck either way. All we can do is hope for the best. Keep on trucking.
You don't even see any of this. I'm probably just stressing you out, huh?
No, but I mean, I don't watch the news or listen to the radio. I'm kind of, I don't have a clue what's going on anywhere unless somebody tells me or it comes across my screen on my phone. But yeah, I don't look things up. I don't. It's not that I don't want to. I don't know. I got other things to worry about.
Yeah, I think I just listened to too many podcasts.
As long as like China or somebody doesn't start trying trying to bomb California, I, yeah, I'm not really worried about what's going on everywhere else. Because unfortunately, the way I see it is, they're gonna bomb California. They're gonna hit all our airports first, probably, and we live right next to an airport. Then you got all these oil fields around us, so we're pretty much shit. Yeah, we're pretty much screwed.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because you hit one part of the oil field, and that's just gonna make another part blow up down the way. Because they're all connected to each other.
I always think of it like I don't even think that it would be like a bombing type thing. I would think that they would like cause a big tsunami to just kind of wipe everything out.
Do you think that tsunami would be big enough to actually hit us?
No,
I don't either.
but what I do think is it would cause a whole lot of people to crowd our area and our resources would become nothing. Our crime would go through the roof.
Yeah, I don't know how many of those people are gonna make it up and over that hill to get to it. So,
If you get a warning that that thing's coming,
oh,
that
true, true.
they're they're all they're all gonna get in their cars and
Yeah,
come.
but you gotta think they're also gonna get stuck
Yeah,
because they're all gonna be
there's
running
two
into each
roads.
other.
There's only two
And
roads all the
yeah,
way through.
right.
You're right. I don't know. I mean, I
Well, then they might get smart and just get out of their car and start walking like they did back in the day. So who knows?
I like to believe that the point of war isn't to just kill a bunch of people, but I'm like starting to see like maybe that's just like the only point. Like we're not nobody wins when everybody's dying. Like it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
And so if they were just gonna bomb, they might bomb the power plants and stuff like that. I mean, and like I said, like the war we're watching now, it seems like they don't really give a crap about the civilians. So I don't really know the truth anymore. But
Is there any truth?
I don't think so. I think we're being lied to from the top to the bottom.
It's just another government. What word I just had? Just some nonsense going on to distract us from what else is actually supposedly happening behind the scenes.
I think it's like a subconscious thing. And call it what you will, call it like the dark side, call it evil versus good. I don't know, call it whatever. Right versus wrong, truth versus lie. I think that a lot of people, like how it works is you kind of collectively not knowing it, but you kind of choose um one side or the other, and where depending on how far you're ranked on the top, like is you're just part of the machine. You're just part of that team,
Right.
whether you know it or not. You know what I mean? Like I might be wrong. I don't know. I'm just thinking here, but I don't know, man. You seem tired. You want to talk about anything else? You want to keep going? You ready
Oh,
to go
good for
home?
now.
All right, dude. Thank you for coming and
Thank you.
hanging out. We'll talk to you guys later.